Yay! Okay, we got the repeater up. Thank goodness, and hopefully you guys can hear me. This is great. Yep, I got audio meters running. I got recordings running. It's 7:30. Woo! Hi, how you doing? Welcome to the Amateur Television The Weekly Net. And we're back again. I'm Rojo, KC6JPG, located here in Rancho Cucamonga, California, United States of America, North America, planet Earth, and the planet Orion on Orion's belt. You got it. The Amateur Television Network is a series of repeaters making it possible for Do It Manual, Do It Manual, Do It Manual. Yes, you are amateur television YouTube superstars that you are to make video communications with one another within our network coverage area. If you're watching us on YouTube right now, hit that subscribe button right there, youtube.com/ATN, our Amateur Television Network, and you're watching us, and that is so awesome. Hey, comment, question, you name it, we love it. And, of course, you'll be seeing the archives on our video channel on the Amateur Television Network. All right, for those of you that don't have any RF equipment to get into the repeater systems but love to participate in amateur television, have no fear. We have our online community as we speak, and this is our online, well, not yet, but I'll get the online community up in a moment. Because for some reason, the online community went goodbye. You got it, Manuel. But I still see you. You're on my preview screens. You got it. So this is working great. Whereby.com/ATN1. You got it. And so you can always join in and join on the fun, as well as on RF as well. All right, for more information about the Amateur Television Network, you can always go to our website, www.atn-tv.com. Notice my voice got very, very low today, and it's because it was a heck of a spin class today. That's right, atn-tv.com. All right, and of course on DMR Radio, 3196 on the Brandmeister Network, Amateur Television Network. We're global. Yes, communicate. Even Tony from Tasmania communicates with us on DMR Radio. And, of course, we're on TGIF on Talk Group 224 on the TGIF network as well. This portion of this net is a directed net. Transmissions may be made after acknowledgement by net control, and a clear frequency is, of course, always appreciated. All right. Bulletins, general announcements, and of course that will follow after a brief pause for any priority traffic. I'm Roland, KC6JPG, your net control tonight.
Good evening, everybody. WA6SCT. Let's see. Gary and I worked on the front brakes on the Blue Beast, the ATV mobile, so got that going, and a couple more little minor things, and we'll have all the mechanical stuff taken care of. Picked up a new QSL card from a friend over in Pitcairn. Anyway, that's about it from here. Back to net. VA Success Team.
Poof. WA6SVT, KC6JPG. Well, very good, Mike. Thank you very much for the update on the Blue Beast. And if you really want some great news and information, let's see. How can I put it? Well, as you all know, in this world, we're living with some bad news and some good news. Okay? Well, who wants the bad news first? Raise your hand. Who wants the good news first? Raise your hand. Okay, the bad news wins. Okay. The bad news is that I lost a customer. Well, let's say a customer is not ordering. Okay, and so I have to basically pay a visit to Merriam, Ohio. And guess when that will be? May 19th, or May 18th on Thursday. Go figure. Which means that where I'm staying at will be only 20 miles away from Hamvention. You want the good news now? It looks like I'm going to be participating in my first Hamvention, Mike. So So I'll be bringing video camera, be recording lots and lots and lots and lots and lots of video, documenting it, and doing it, and put some cuts in on our channel, on our YouTube channel. So there's going to be a lot of things to see. And so for those that are going to Hamvention, come on down. We'll love to see you. So this is so surprise. All right. Any other bulletins and announcements for this evening's net? Gordo, if you have anything, come on in. KC6JPG, net control. All right. We're going to bring up our president of the Amateur Television Network here in the Southern California chapter. We're going to bring up our buddy Tom, WB6, HYH, Rancho Cucamonga. Tom, it's great to see you tonight, my friend. How's it going tonight?
Well, it's going pretty good. I'm using my laptop tonight, so at least I guess everybody can hear me. Let me mute my TV set. There, that sounds better. Let's see. As far as announcements go, I've been working with the Mike and I actually have been working with the people on board the USS Iowa museum ship down in San Pedro. They've invited us to come and put on a demonstration of ATV on board the ship there during Fleet Week. Fleet Week, if you don't know what it is, look it up on the internet. I'm not going to explain it, but it's a really big deal. A lot of other military ships come in, and they have all kinds of festivities going on and stuff. But anyways, that's the weekend of the 26th, 27th, 28th, and 29th. It's actually 4 days over a weekend. We call it Fleet Week. And during that time, there's a lot of people. I think they expect 50,000 people, something on that order. And so, anyways, Mike and I went down there a few days ago and checked out the situation, and we believe we can set up a ATV station in the radio room there and demonstrate ATV for them. Now, the thing is, we've been invited to go all 4 days, but I'm not going to be able to make it on, let's see, Thursday or Friday. Friday, I think it is. But anyways, I can only make it probably 2 of the 4 days. I think Mike's planning on being there a couple of the days. And we're kind of letting the cat out of the bag right now and seeing if anybody else would be interested in coming down and doing a little playing with ATV. We're going to kind of go around on the ship and hopefully have it all set up so that we can televise some of the activities going on there at Fleet Week, show what the radio room and some other parts of the battleship look like, and send it out over the ATN network and through Whereby also. But we're going to need, we'd like to get at least a couple more volunteers. I know it's a kind of a long distance for a lot of people, and I'm trying to get permission for us to stay on board the ship overnight if you so choose to. We can, there are some bunks, about 1,000 of them from when the troops were on there. And so we can, we haven't got the final okay, but we may be
Little
able
bunks.
to spend, you know, a night or 2 or 3 aboard the ship there. So anyhow, I would like to have anybody that might be interested in going down and being included in the activities down there, send me an email. You can find my email on the website listed there. I think most of you probably do have my email. But if you're interested, let me know, and which days of the 4 days there. It's the 26th, 27th, 28th, and 29th. And we will see how we could work it in there to get the station manned and do some televising. Um, so, anyways, that's about all I have in the way of announcements right now. Something been kind of working with for the last 2 or 3 weeks or more, and looks like we've got the okay to set up some antennas and run cable and have actual ATV from the radio room aboard the USS Iowa there in San Pedro. So, like I said, if you're interested, send me an email and let me know what days you would be able to help us out down there. So with that, Roland, I'll send it back to you, WB6HYH in Rancho Cucamonga.
Well, very, very good. No, thank you, guys. God, a little quick on the trigger there. Anyway, so thank you very, very much, Tom, for all that, and thank you very much for this great and opportunity for those that want to participate with the with Fleet Week and with the Battleship Iowa and having an ATV station on board, as well as bringing the Blue Beast. Hopefully further approval will be finalized, and then of course the experience of sleeping on the bunks, that will be really awesome, because that'd be pretty historic when you really think about it, because now you know what the crew goes through on a daily basis when they're out at sea. So it's quite an experience. So Tom, thank you very, very much for prearranging this. I hope it does go through. And I saw Stephen raising his hand, say he wants to volunteer. I saw John wants to volunteer. I think travel arrangements might be a little bit of a problem, right, guys? Oh no, no audio? Seriously, John? You don't hear me at all? Or is that because you just can't make it? Oh, very good. All right, guys. Well, very good. Any other bulletins or announcements for this evening's net, please come in at this time. KC6JPG, net control.
There we go. Try that again. I want to remind everybody, this is Gordo, WB608, that this weekend is the higher bands, the microwave get-together. And so look for stations on 10 gigs and 5 gigs and 2.4 and 1.2. They'll be up there having fun on top mountaintops, as we will on 10. WB608.
WB6NOA, KC6JPG. Well, very, very good, Gordo. Thank you very much for bringing that up. And well, I'll tell you, this is the perfect opportunity to get that IC905 to the test, huh? So I'm saving my pennies. Really, I am. I think this radio is going to be a huge breakthrough for those that really want to not only get into the SHF bands, but ATV as well, and other modes that were not available with any other kind of commercial gear. ICOM is definitely in the forefront on this one. So, and the very best to those that are going to be participating in the 10 gig contest. Very good. Thank you so much. Echo, 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 echo. Who's echoing? Am I echoing? Seriously. Okay, make sure you mute your mics, everybody. Mute your mics until you're called. So let's do a little house cleaning here. So because according to, let's see here. Nope, everything is well on my end. So everything's muted except for my microphone. So hopefully, okay. Give me an okay if there's no more echo. All right, we got the impervious mic muted. Okay, thank you, guys. All right, last chance. Any bulletins or announcements before we go into RF check-ins? KC6JPG, net control. And I thought I saw Mike's Pitcairn Island QSL card. So when we go to Job's Peak check-ins, we're definitely looking forward to seeing that. All right, well, we're going to go to RF check-ins, and I'd just like to thank Mike again for turning on the Mount Wilson link. So, because I did turn it off because it was rattling away on yesterday, and I did get a wonderful call from Will, so it's all good. All right, RF check-in, starting with Mount Wilson, coming at this time. Let's go ahead and check in, Bob. N6AZV, Long Beach. All right, thank you, Mike. I just heard the tones for Mount Wilson to be turned on, and I did hear the confirmation tones. So thank you, bud. And let's try one more time. Well, let's go to Ron this time in Arcadia, KD6NIZ.
This is K6NIZ. Hey there. Roll 10. KD6NIZ.
KD6NIZ, KC6JPG. Unfortunately, a lot of tiling and breakup of audio. And so if you want to come up on Plan B on Whereby, we would love to check you in that way. How about Steve in Ventura, WA6EJO?
Hey, how about Steve? He has a 28-second delay to YouTube, but I still like the opportunity to see what I can see. Yeah, I don't know if I'm coming in Wilson or out. It depends which way the wind is blowing. WA6EJO Ventura, back to net.
WA6EJO, KC6JPG. Well, very good, Steve. Thank you so much. And yeah, with those streaming broadcast services, there will be latency. And even Whereby has just a little bit of latency. So we just kind of have to live with that. It's all good. But I'll take every advantage I can if I see anything that says lower latency or no latency. That would be really cool. So, Steve, thank you for checking in. And yes, you're a superstar. Appreciate you, buddy. Anyone else on Mount Wilson that'd like to check in with the Amateur Television Network's The Weekly Net? Come in at this time. KC6JPG, Net Control. All right, we're going to continue with Mount Wilson, and this time we got Ron, KD6NIZ, on Whereby. So let's check in Ron right now. Ron, it's great to see you tonight. How's it going? I don't know if you can hear me.
I think he's on the phone now.
I think he's on the phone. I think you're right. Ron Hill, KD6NIZ, you're on the air. And muted, too. Okay, we'll consider that as a check-in. Okay, since you did come up on RF. Anyone else on Mount Wilson that'd like to check in with the Amateur Television Network's The Weekly Net? Come in at this time. KC6JPG, Net Control. Let's go to Snow Peak. Let's go to KJ6DQR, Earl, and KJ6FYY, Julie in Cathedral City.
see if he's, yeah. There we go. Hello, everybody. Earl here in the Cathedral City Cove. There's Julie. I get in here somewhere. Enjoying the cooler weather here. A little windy. All our washes are still running water, which is pretty trippy. So Mother Nature, you never know what she's got planned. Although we got more weather coming Thursday, so. And this April's gone, and it's still like that, so pretty weird for here. Usually we're pretty hot by now.
Don't complain.
Don't complain, she said, yeah. Anyway, what else is up? That's about it. Just busy at work. So and so forth. And I didn't catch all of what Tom had to say about the phone rang at the wrong time. So anyway, I'll have to give him a call later. And what else? That's about it.
Nathan made us lasagna on Sunday.
Yeah, my son made dinner Sunday, yeah. And what else is going on? That's about it. Everybody have a great week. KJ6D, QR.
KJ6DQR, KJ6FYY, KC6JPG. Very good, you two. You guys look so cute together. That's awesome. Glad you're enjoying the cooler weather. That's fantastic. I love it. I'm kind of enjoying the cooler weather myself. And looks like rain is on the way. It looks like Jim up in Northern California is getting some rain up there. So we're looking forward to seeing and hearing about his weather report that's happening up there in Northern California a little bit later on the net. Thank you, Earl. Thank you, Julie. All right, continuing with Snow Peak, let's go to Yucca Valley, and we're going to go to Keith in 6GKB. Keith, it's all yours.
Okay, see where we in there? Yeah, we are. Sort of. Okay, anyhow. Still got to fix a microphone problem. But I think it's because I have it right here with the fan. Here, let's check this. Hey, that's a whole lot better. Okay, anyhow. Yeah, it's cooling off up here too. There was some nice hot days for about 8 to 10 days. But we're enjoying it. The sunset out the window. Not much to see. But anyhow, did a lot of playing on HF today. Had some fun with the local guys here in Southern California. From San Diego to Santa Barbara. A couple local nets, I guess. And talking around the United States off and on. Bands have been fair. Comes and goes. But anyhow, there's my station I finally got put together behind me. It's actually in front of me, but so you can see the picture. There's my amateur television stuff over here. The camera, amp, exciter over there. Anyhow, so yeah, got my ham station all put together here for a while. Hopefully, no more problems. But other than that, we're having a good time out here playing HF radio. A lot of it. A lot of local guys here. I talk on the repeater a lot. Been getting on some HF here off and on, so I've been pushing myself to get on there. Got my FT8, my slow scan TV working. What else have I been doing? Look at the computer. All kinds of junk. But yeah, having fun and watching you guys. And I usually end up listening to you guys in the evening after the afternet, because I've been getting them pretty early around here. So I listen to you guys, but I don't participate too much. That's why you see my picture on the side over here. I'm in listening. In fact, I fall asleep with it that way. Finally turn it off in the morning. Oh well. Yeah, you guys have fun down at the Iowa. I don't have as much transmission to get down there and back, but on top of that, I already have our Grub Steak Days parade and festivities we have in Yucca Valley here is that weekend, and I participated in a lot of it. Our club, radio club, does the logistics for the parade route. Yeah, and I'm part of the too much stuff. Anyhow, with it. So, yeah, I'll be here. But God, I'm gonna try taking up full phone to see if I can see any video from the Iowa watch. So I'll be keeping an eye on whereby here. So hopefully we can see some. That'd be great with the truck there. And Tom, take plenty of pictures. No doubt you will. All right, you guys have a good evening. We'll be watching, and I'm glad we're coming in pretty good. Is that my actual picture? Wow. Okay. N6GKB.
N6GKB, KC6JPG. Well, very good, Keith. I have to say that your camera that was feeding ATV was didn't get the wonderful background like Whereby does, and of course the people on Whereby did enjoy your equipment and, over your shoulder. So, so the people on RF, they're like, we don't see anything. We see blankets in the window and a wall. It's all good. It's all great, my friend. Thank you very, very much for coming in, and thank you for everything that you do. So appreciate you, dude. Very good. And hey, you know what? It's actually kind of awesome when you really think about it. When you, I like that instead of the Whereby round tip. I like the afternet. That sounds like more of a party. So yeah. So when you watch us and listen to us on the afternet and just kind of drift into sleepiness, and what a perfect way to end your day after having a wonderful net, right? And so that's pretty cool. Of course, you have your big TV. Just watch us and enjoy the show. You got it. Thank you, Keith, for checking in. Anyone else on Snow Peak? And I'd like to check in with the Amateur Television Networks, the Weekly Net. Come in at this time. KC6JPG, Net Control. All right, we go northwest of the LA area, and that's where Oat Mountain is at. And we're going to check in Allen. Come on in, Allen, in Porter Ranch. All right, we'll try officially. W6IST, KC6JPG, Allen, Porter Ranch. All right, let's go to Simi Valley. We're going to go to the east, actually the west side of Simi Valley, and that's where Bob is. Get W6KGE. Bob?
Good evening, guys. W6KGE on the west side, and I saw Glenn earlier today, so he'll be on from the east side before too long. It's good to see everybody again. Hey, I got some pictures of Oat Mountain. You don't have to look at me all the time here. And that center antenna tower is primarily for our ATV stuff, and if you think about it, our link to Santiago is via this dish, among others, and that's about 75 miles over a very challenging area of the Los Angeles area, so to speak. See if I can get another zoom here. Up toward the top is where our receive and transmit antennas are for the ATV for Oat Mountain. Just thought you might be interested in that, other than myself. So back to you, Roland. Good to see you this evening, and I hope the link is holding up okay. Looking great from this end. W6KGE.
W6KGE, KC6JPG. Yeah, the link is looking great on this end. Great pictures. Wow. The blue sky, and the towers are vivid, and the dish looks awesome, especially when it says ATN on it. That's even Really cool. That's going to have value. You know that. It'll increase in value each and every day with that ATN acronym on it. Thank you so much, Bob, for sharing that. All right, let's go to the east side of Simi Valley, and that's where Glenn is at. And I'm curious on his weather report compared to the west side of Simi Valley. W6GMB, Glenn, Simi Valley. How you doing tonight?
It's been a while since I've been on. I still have a few things to clean up because I see them awful snowy. At least I have my return picture snowy. That's about it. Y'all have a good weekend.
WA6GMB, KC6JPG. Very good, Glenn. I'll tell you, it's great seeing you tonight and, of course, in any other net because, you know what? You've been a pioneer here with the amateur television world, and we really appreciate you coming in and checking in with us. Thank you so much. Great seeing you. You're looking great. Proud of you. Looks like your station is coming together very well. Anyone else on Oat Mountain that'd like to check in? Come in at this time. KC6JPG, Net Control.
Hey, real quick, excuse me for kind of out of sequence here, but we're not seeing you on ATN any longer. We picked up ATN, the live stream up until about 8 minutes or so ago. We saw Tom, and then we kind of disappeared. So I know you got a lot going up there, Roland, but we're not seeing anything on ATN. The ATN on YouTube really is a big help to us here in Southern California and in general at Oat Mountain because we're able to see our signals coming back and know how long we can stay on and how bad the signal is.
W6KGE, KC6JPG. Thank you very much, Bob. I noticed that on my streaming appliance it did say the words stream stuck. I never seen that one before. Usually it's saying network not available, unable to stream, video, video parameters are in error or bitrate error. But now this time the display, for the first time I've ever seen it, it said stream stuck. Sounds like a 4x4 getting stuck in the mud. So I restarted the stream, and I'm not monitoring YouTube here as per se, but I probably should. And that's great to know that you and Steve and of course the gang are monitoring YouTube as kind of a confidence monitor to see your signals coming back. So. And very good. So, and of course on YouTube, I am recording this, and so you'll be able to see the recordings about 3 hours after net, because that's when I post them up. So, thank you so much, my friend. Thanks for coming back. Appreciate it. All right. Any other Oat Mountain check-ins come in at this time? KC6JPG, Net Control. All right, we go to the hub of the amateur television network systems here in Southern California, and of course Nevada too, and that is Santiago Peak. And let's go ahead and check in Gordo again, WB6 NOA Costa Mesa.
We are here, and a very good evening to Amateur Television Network guests and members. It's going to be a busy weekend here in local Southern California, Orange County. We've got a marathon on Sunday. Public service doing safety communications. And on Saturday, our local races is having a tsunami drill, and we're close to the water, so we'll take part there. And of course, this is the big weekend of the microwaves, and a lot of folks will be on 1.2 and maybe 2.4, and we'll be up at 10 gigs, as well as a lot of San Bernardino Microwave Society members. that Roland and Gary help with their video, so it's going to be a great weekend. Good to see all of you. You all have a great picture, and have a great first week of May. WB6 November Oscar Alpha on 70 centimeters.
WB6NOA, KC6JPG. Well, very good, Gordo. Thank you so much. And yes, it's going to be a very, very busy week, especially for, microwave. And yes, and thank you for reminding me. We are doing the San Bernardino Microwave Society meeting coming up on Thursday. And we're going to start streaming at 7 o'clock. So, and Knucklehead me, hopefully we'll get the audio straightened out because I lost one end of a speaker when we got things set up and found out that I had a broken speaker cable and I had an exchange cable. So things happen in live production and we love it. Thanks, Gordo. You take care. Have a wonderful week and a great weekend during the 10 gig contest. All right, let's go to, let's see here. I'm hoping that 2.4 is open because I did not open it, Mike. So I'm just letting you know if you want to open up 2.4. But let's go ahead and check in KD6 OMV, Norm, Riverside. Yay, I was afraid of that. Okay, so I just turned off the 2.4 link. And Tom, if you want to try it on RF, I'm going to let you do it. I'm going to turn the link back on. KC6JPG. All right, that time that was Mount Wilson. Okay, so hello. Okay, let's get back to normalcy. There we go. Okay, that time that was Mount Wilson, doing the rat-a-tat. All right, we're gonna go over back to Oat Mountain, and we're gonna go to Mike this time, KD6 LDK over there in Valencia. And Mike, it's great to see you tonight, my friend. And how's it going over there in Valencia? I just lost his picture. Where did Mike go? Oh well, he'll come back. Anyway, so here he comes. All right. So let me bring his picture up back again. And I think he's going to come up. Okay, well, let's go ahead and continue. Santiago Peak. Let's go ahead and go to, is Gary out here tonight? I don't see Gary. Where did Gary go? All right, well, we're going to try RF. So W6. So Gary, W6. I tell you, I'll tell you, I am going brain fade today. It's just terrible. Gary, come on in. All right. Well, we'll stand by for W6KVC for a moment. We're going to go over to Valencia, and that's where Mike is at K6LDK in Valencia. Mike, it's great to see you tonight.
Yeah, it's good to see everybody. Don't understand what the heck happened. It just said you have been removed from the room. And I said, oh boy. So we had to check in again. Anyhow, we're here. All is well. It's good to see everybody. So that's about all we got from Valencia. No rain today. They said it was going to rain, but it didn't make it. So that's the way it goes. So back to you, Roland.
Well, very good, Mike. Thank you very much for checking in. And we just got a little bit of rain over here this morning. When I taught my class over here in Rancho, car was wet, the ground was wet, and by the time I got home, the driveway was dry. So it was all good. Thanks for checking in, Mike. Appreciate you. Very, very good. All right. Anyone else on Santiago Peak that'd like to check in? Come in at this time. KC6JPG, net control. All right, it's time to go back to Job's Peak, and let's go back to Mike. WA6SVT. He's got some QSL cards I believe he likes to show. So, Mike, take it away.
Yeah, this is not my QSL card. This is my friend's QSL card. Oops. I guess it'd help if I focus this thing. And working on the HF rig. Caught up here. That comes, and I rebuilt the switch by. And audio feedback. But that up. Maybe tomorrow I'll put that out and see how it tunes up. I want to make sure everything's working. Found an adapter so I can use a ICOM HM1 mic, but I did get a 198 microphone from ICOM that's on order. Should be in, so I don't have to run the adapter. Anyway, let's see what else. Oh yeah, let me bring up what I was working on. You guys are talking about QSL cards. I got one made. I should say, Purdue. The layout is on the computer. I haven't had them printed yet. Find it here. So there we go. Got a lead coming up sooner than I think. Anyway, I got to go down also tomorrow morning, pull an equipment rack out, clean it off, start mounting all the equipment in it for Mount Lemmon, so I can get it over to the guys in Arizona. And one more task to get done before I head out. Anyway, back to net, WA6SVT.
W86SVT, KC6JPG. Well, very good, Mike. Well, the creation of the QSL card is coming on really great. I like that photo. That definitely represents Pitcairn Island. So I really like that. So great job on that. Very good. Curious on what that when you got that QSL card from that person from Pitcairn Island. I didn't see the date, so I'm just kind of curious what the date was. Talk about that on the Whereby Afternet. So very good. All right. Anyone? Let's see here. How about Fish? He might be monitoring out there. I hope so. That'd be so great if he wants to check in with us. That'd be wonderful. W6MAF, KC6JPG. Fish, you out there tonight? Anyone else on Job's Peak that'd like to check in with the Amateur Television Network's The Weekly Net? Come in at this time. KC6JPG, Net Control. Going to Santa Barbara. Santa Barbara check-ins come in at this time. KC6JPG, Net Control.
Yeah, I did. There I am. Yeah, I did. There I am. It's N6 AZD.
There you go. We got him. Right on Mount Wilson. N6 AZV, KC6JPG. Great to see you, my friend. Thank you very much for checking in. Excellent. All right. Anyone else on RF that'd like to check in before we go into our online community? Come in at this time. KC6JPG, Net Control. All right, we're going to go to our chapter stations now, and let's go over to Massachusetts. And that's where our buddy Steven is at, KC1LPZ. Steven, it's great to see you tonight.
Good being here. Good seeing everybody. I was on the floor looking for an adapter and all that kind of stuff. I thought for sure I was not going to be able to get up off my knees, but I made it. So you see me here, sitting here. So I'm not calling the fire department and all that good stuff. Yeah, doing some revamping here, and that's about it. KC1 LPZ, back over to you, Roland.
KC1LPZ, KC6JPG. Very good, Stephen. I'm glad you're on your knees and with us, that's for sure. Very good. Great to see you always, man. You're like the spark of our entire group, I'll tell you. Keep that teenager youthful feeling, my friend, because you look great. I love it. All right, continuing on with our East Coast, and we're going to go to John over there in North Carolina, AF7PA. John, how you doing tonight, my friend?
Well as being expected, I finished my ceiling light replacement project. We've got all LED bulbs in the house now, fixtures and all, and we've got the photosensitive lights outside. So I don't know. I just sort of sat back and watched a movie this afternoon. It's about 50 and I hope to keep it that way. Got the tomato plants in the garden, and we've got some small plants by the front door, but we haven't done much with them. Been 2 or 3 days. Had a lot of wind. The wind just went down this afternoon. So RF wise, I'm still looking to get that HT going in the hallway, but I got to sneak around to the the hallway is busy with other activities right now. I'm a low priority. Okay, that's all I have. Back to that. They have 7 PA in Mooresville, North Carolina.
AF7PA KC6JPG. Well, I'll tell you, you might be low priority outside in the hallway area, but you're high priority in your ham shack. And that is really cool. I love it, John. You are a rock star, I'll tell you. And thank you very much. Your picture was great, by the way. You always look great. But by the way, if you put the LED in your room there, man, it really brightens it up from that camera view. It looks great. So great job. So thank you very much for doing that, and thank you for checking in. Looking great. We're going to New York, New York. That is, and that's where our buddy Manuel is at. Into MJF over there in New York. Manuel, good evening.
Yes, same usual thing. Having fun here. We got April weather back. Rain earlier. It wasn't raining that much today. Just cool, low 50s. Listening to the crime rate on my computer. I have this is my little ham shack, so I'm using SDR Play. This is my setup. I get to listen to everything, all digital modes, and I got two of my HT and my open spot. So that's what I've been doing in New York City. Here, having fun. In 2 days, it'll be the full moon. Back to net. Back to your role.
and to MJF KC6JPG. Well, you want to know, that full moon is coming in perfect time because it's going to be May the 4th, as in Star Wars Day, as in May the 4th be with you. Yes. Exactly, my friend. Thank you very much for checking in, Manuel. That's wonderful. All right. We're scooting over down to Florida this time, and that's where Ron is at, KK4YZE, over there in Panama City. Ron, what's happening over there?
Good evening, gentlemen. Weather has been great here the last couple of days. I think we sent some of our April showers up to New York. We're still looking for our May flowers down here, but they're slowly but surely coming. On Thursday, May the 4th, hopefully we are going to be the 4th with us because we're going to be on the Hurricane Hunter. The Hurricane Hunter out of Keesler Air Force Base, Mississippi, and another aircraft are going to be at the Tallahassee Airport. And Wolf has been invited, and I get to accompany him as well as another ham radio guy, and we're going to make a late morning and early afternoon to go and actually get on the jets for the aircraft. So we'll get to see everything. And of course, we will be wearing our illustrious ATF shirts. So everybody there will know that we are members of the ATF group. And then they can ask us all kinds of questions. And of course, we can let everybody know how things are working with that. And then we're going to take some videos, and if they let us, take pictures and present them next week. So we'll get that all planned out. Regarding my house, the city said as of the 2022 schedule, I make too much money, so I no longer qualify to have my house repaired by the SHIP program. So we're waiting for the 2023 schedule to come out, and hopefully I'll qualify with that. So I don't know if and when my house is going to be repaired this year. So we shall see what happens. So with that, bid you all adieu, and hopefully we'll have some neat pictures to show you next week. So good evening, gentlemen. KK4YZE signing off.
KK4YZE, KC6JPG. Well, very good, Ron. Looking forward to seeing some of the pictures and video of your event coming up. That's great with the Storm Chaser vehicle, and of course Wolf doing all kinds of interviews. We would love to see that, and of course representing the Amateur Television Network for Florida chapter. So thank you so much for all that you do. And like I said, thank you for your service, and the best of luck with the house repairs for sure. Yeah. Well, I don't know if you heard, but all taxpayers in the state of California got automatic extensions because of all the damage that we have around here. I think about 1 every 5 houses here in the Rancho Cucamonga area has at least a tarp on the roof or more. And seeing a lot of roofers happening, a lot of construction that's happening around here. So, I'm not the only one with a leaky roof. So, and Jim over there in Pittsburgh, I'm thinking about you too. And rain is, it's probably raining. Rain is probably at your area right now, and rain is coming back here in SoCal. So you got it. Thank you, Ron, for checking in. All right, let's go ahead and let's make our way to, technically Arizona, but we're going back to North Carolina because that's where Lee is at. Basically with his family over there back in North Carolina. K0CCU. Lee, good evening, my friend.
Good evening, Roland, and the net. Good to see you all there. Good to see Ron down there in Florida. I see Joel has just checked in. I saw Rod on here a minute ago, and Mike and Stephen and John and Manuel and just everybody there. It was been a nice day today. Sun shining, a little bit of wind, and a little on the cool side, but not too bad. It's better than I see that they're having in Arizona right now. Today we could have used a little bit of that 90 some degrees that they had there today. I think our high was around 63 or something like that. So, but with no rain, and the forecast for rain is supposed to hold off, I guess, until Saturday, and that'll be time for a birthday gathering for our host here. And I don't know if he knows that, but we don't worry about that. His wife will take care of it. Anyway, we're having a good time here, and as of tomorrow, it will be 1 week. We will headed back to Arizona on next Wednesday, a week from tomorrow. So that'd be interesting to come back. But at least, as far as it still shows, it's a straight through flight, and that'd be good. And I have an aisle seat, and I'm not giving it up for anybody. Coming out here, I gave my seat up and moved to the middle seat for a young lady, and she promptly went to sleep. And I couldn't get up and stretch my legs or take a pee for 4.5 hours. And I'll tell you what, I was hurting by the time we got to the airport. So anyway, so much for traveling woes and that kind of thing. And that's about all I have here. Everybody's looking good on this end, and I've been playing around trying to find out some talkback on this headset that I have, but I haven't found it yet. So I cranked the audio way up on the mic site so that I could talk a little lower, and my wife has gone to sleep over there, or at least she's trying to sleep while I talk. So anyway, I'll kick it back to you, Roland. It's nice to be on the net here with everybody, and be happy to get back. Actually, it's kind of strange. I said to my wife this morning, I said, when we get back to Arizona, we're going to have to start doing stuff ourselves instead of being hosted here, where they do just about everything for you, including way too much to eat. So, back to you, Roland. KC6JPG in the net, K0CCU Lee in Graham, North Carolina, temporarily.
K0CCU, KC6JPG. Very good, Lee. My wife can definitely relate to the aisle seat because she will never give up her aisle seat for anybody because she has a weak bladder. And so when she needs to get up and go to the restroom, at least she can get in that aisle and being very, very comfortable. Yes, because we make our travels from California to Minnesota quite frequently. And, of course, with our aging family over there, just getting that point where we're going to be traveling to Minnesota quite frequently. And so, and of course, you know, vacation coming up too. So, woohoo! so that's going to be a lot of fun. Well, looking forward to, you know, seeing you back. And let me tell you, we should start the ATN aerobicize program. So for those that coming back on vacation, not a problem. So we'll definitely get the calories burned off. You got it, just by participating in a lot of nets. That will be way. You know, it'll be a different way of having the cookie night for Tuesday nights. You got it. Thanks, Lee, for checking in. Appreciate it. Now let's go over to Arizona. We're going to go over to Mesa, Arizona this time, and we're going to go to Rod, WB9KMO. And Rod, it's great to see you, my friend. And what's happening with you? Come on in, my friend. No audio. Need turn on mic. No audio.
Hey, Rod, you got no audio, Rod?
He's figuring it out. All right, start the Jeopardy timer now.
Is that enough audio?
Oh, yeah, that's perfect.
Okay, the audio was on my desktop. I was seeing it change, and for some reason, it was muted on Santiago. Okay, but it was on. It's still on, and I'm getting dinner served. Thank you. Okay, so I apologize from the echo because here, I'll turn this down. My audio was going out. It's still going out. Anyway, Mesa, Arizona, Thunder Mountain, WB9KMO. And this Saturday from 1 p.m. to 5 p.m. Ought to be a mesh workshop. If you want to participate locally in person, you can come to my house. And I'm asking everyone to RSVP to make sure that people come. If I'm going to set this all up, I want people to be here. And if people aren't going to be here, I'm not going to set it up. There you go. So we do not have enough people yet, but I'm quite sure that we will. I've had people tell me they think they're going to come. Well, that's not an RSVP. So would love to have a lot of people here in person to learn about, install, and operate mesh networking, including mesh video, which is right up the alley of ATV. We do talk about amateur television at the same time for anybody who is interested. Right now, we're not planning to be online, but if anybody wants us to be, I can fire up Whereby, and I'll have this camera on. Most of the operation that we do is behind me on the table where that big mess is. And so you could watch and hear and participate with Whereby. But in order to do any of these things for the mesh workshop, you need to RSVP at wb9kmo@gmail.com. So whether you want to meet in person or meet online, send me an email saying that you want to do that, and I will make sure that you are included. The more the merrier. Otherwise, I'm working on my IC 9700. I got this. Let me go and show and tell a little bit here. All right, got this little thing. That's not showing up very well at all. From a company called Radio Analog, and it's more than just a cardboard box. It's some cables, which you can't see very well, and a bracket, and you can't see this either. There's a circuit board in here. And what it does is it allows me to have IF outputs on each of the bands so that I can connect them up to SDRs to play with SDR, or with the SDR, maybe connect it up to a large screen monitor. Or what I'm planning to do with it is connect it to ATV receivers. And on 1200, it will function as a down converter to about 305 megahertz IF. And I can receive digital if I go into a digital receiver, or I can receive analog if I go into an analog receiver. So you don't want to know how much this costs, but if you have an IC 9700, this is a very valuable add-on toy, especially if you're an ATVer. That's all I've got. Back to you, WB9KMO Thunder Mountain.
WB9KMO, KC6JPG. Very good, Rod. Wow. I'm getting kind of like all this neat little add-on stuff for the ICOM 9700. Definitely take some video and as you put it together, because we would love to see how you put it together and see it operate. That would be really cool. Very, very useful, getting into the IF part of things. And they can be very useful for ATV. Very good, Rod. Thank you very much for all the work that you do. They're really cool. All right, continuing on with Arizona, we're going to go to Tucson, Arizona, and that's where our buddy Joel is at. You got it. KD6W. And Joel, hey, my friend, what's happening with you?
Well, it's still kitchen time here. So there's all my drawers that I have to assemble. That's tomorrow. I got lights to install. I have too much to do, but basically the progress is being made. We're putting tile down tomorrow, and the countertops go in. The guys got to come in and do the template. So basically, we're on our way to getting our kitchen back, yes, and then I'll have my house back. But looking forward to being able to travel out to California. We're going to go visit some friends after we're done with all this stuff. We're planning to make a travel trip out there to go pick up some more stuff, bring it back to Arizona. Kind of jealous about the team going out to the USS Iowa to do some radio sport type stuff. That's cool. Maybe sometime I'll get a chance to go out there and do that myself. It's a hoot. Having been a sailor on the USS Missouri, it's kind of like home, kind of thing. They're all the same ship. But anyway, good times. But so we're getting ready to work on our next project, having come out of NAB. I did have a bunch of pictures queued up, but I'm just too tired to go back up to the computer tonight. But who says no audio? Do you not hear me?
I don't know about no audio, but I hear you just fine.
Okay, all right. So the project that I'm working on is related to some discussions that I had with some people out at NAB. So people that I've known in the industry for quite some time. And some of you guys already know some of this already, but just to reiterate, I'm going to be working on a kit project that's going to allow you to take in transport streams and then modulate any one of a number of constellation types, DVB-S, DVB-T, DVB-C, ATSC 1 and 3, but so forth and so on. So the whole point of this, the kit is to allow us to experiment. So what is required is you have to have an encoder with a transport stream output over IP. And then this will take the IP input, strip out the transport stream packets, and then modulate it according to, whatever the settings are that you use to be able to, whichever one you pick in the software. So it's a software-defined transmitter project. So we'll have more details on that later. That's probably a month or two away from having something more to report. I actually have to get one in my hand. So they're coming in a couple of weeks. I don't know if I'll have the time to do it then when it shows up, but we should have something to report in a month or two. And that's all we got. This is Joel in Tucson, KD6W. Back to net.
KD6W, KC6JPG. Now you really got me curious. I'm excited for this multiple constellation system. That might be the big breakthrough for us, experimenters as in amateurs. So way to go, dude. Take pictures, take video once you get your hands on it. We'd love to see this. This is cool. Great job. And kitchen looks great, by the way. It's really coming on really nicely. So very proud of you. So yay, Joel. Great job. You're a hero. Very good. All right. We're going to turn it back over to let's go to Northern California. Let's go to Northern California because we definitely want to know what the weather report's like right now, where Jim is at. So let's go to Jim, K6SOE. He is the Grand Poobah of the Mount Diablo Amateur Television Society. And Jim, great to see you tonight. How's everything faring up regarding the shack?
Well, let's see. We have 52 degrees, and it's been raining on and off all day. The weather system is this pattern hovering right over my house. So it will probably be headed your way, Roland, tomorrow or maybe the day after. So I do have an update on the shack. I have an appointment with the roof guy tomorrow morning. We're going to be talking things over, so we're getting a little bit closer there. So everybody stay tuned. And talking about tuning, stay tuned for my net on Thursdays at 8 p.m. right here on ATN1. With that, Roland, we'll send it back to you. K6SOE in the Soggy Berg, 7-3.
Anyway, Jim, thank you so much for checking in. And like I said, my prayers for you hoping to get that roof and your shack back in operation again very, very quickly. And yes, it's been a very, very soggy year so far. And we just landed in May, and we continue to have this rain. It's just amazing. But very good. Thank you very much for what you do for Mount Diablo. And as a matter of fact, yes, we chime in on your nets on ATN1 as well as on I tune in on the BATC as well, and also I'm been recording your nets too. So be using some of your footage for the upcoming Dayton video that we're going to be producing for amateur television. So. Amateur television still has a huge spark in the eyes of amateur radio. So definitely looking forward and highlighting that. So Jim, thank you very much for being a huge part of the amateur television world. And then, of course, with the Mount Diablo Amateur Television Society. You're a rock star. Thank you so much. All right. We're going to go back to RF. Any late check-ins, any late members, missed members, any visitors that'd like to check in with the Amateur Television Network's weekly net, come in at this time. KC6JPG, Net Control. All right, we're going to go continuing on with some check-ins, and let's go over to Running Springs, and that's where our buddy Gary is at, W6KVC. Gary, it's great to see you tonight, my friend. What's happening tonight?
Well, and boy, is it foggy. Visibility is about 10 feet. And, okay, I'm seeing all that foreign currency. I got some of it too. Or is that credit or whatever Mike's showing there?
It's monopoly money. That's what it is. Pitcairn monopoly money.
Well, whatever it is. So anyway, I was down helping a friend of mine today and get a bunch of projects done. And they invited me for dinner, so I just got home a little while ago. So, see you Thursday night. apparently the 2 gig receive antenna isn't working or whatever up at Santiago. So as far as I know, so I won't be bringing the trucks. No need in doing that. So I'll just bring a camera and tripod and whatever rolling. So anyway, back to you.
W6KVC, KC6JPG. Very good, Gary. Yep, might as well save the trip, save the gas, save the wear and tear on the Blue Beast because we'll definitely be streaming it. So, and it's going to rain too. So, woohoo!
Start grinding metal to metal right at the moment.
Yeah, well, Mike's got the brake pads, and of course that's going to take a little bit to get the brake pads on, and it's probably time for an oil change on the Blue Beast too. So I just told Mike just start doing a laundry list of things that need to be done, and then we'll definitely get that taken care of. So,
well, the brake pads are on. Mike and I smoothed out the old rotor because we didn't have the right socket and whatever to get the old rotor off and get the new one on. But at least it's not metal on metal. So, but brake pads, brand new brake pads were put on the truck rolling.
oh, very good. That sounds great. So thanks for letting me know there, Gary. It's awesome. So yeah, so just bring your Canon camera and we'll get 3-camera shoot going. I'll bring my Black Magic and we'll definitely be streaming it. And we'll put it up on YouTube as well. So that would be great. And of course, Jim will do his net on ATM1, and we'll chime in again like we always do on his nets. Thanks, Gary, for checking in. Appreciate you, buddy. All that you do. What? Okay, so Mike is showing what they call the biggest trade on Pitcairn Island. Show and tell, Mike. And just to let you know, you are muted.
Yeah, this is the best honey you've ever tasted in your life.
Cool.
If I'm not mistaken, that's one of the
Has
only
a
islands on the planet
kind
that
of a
didn't have
fruity
coast.
flavor to it. It's raw honey too. It's not pasteurized.
Ah, very good. And see, produced on Pitcairn Island right there. Can't beat that.
Yeah, it's actually cheaper if you buy them in a 4-pack. But those are the stamps. This is in New Zealand dollars that they use for the money, but
So here's a big question, Mike. Pitcairn Island, what province is that?
What? There's no province. It's its own entity.
So it's
an
own
island.
country, so it's not ruled by UK or anybody?
Yeah, it's a British territory.
Oh, it's a British. Okay, there you go. That's what we needed to know.
It's an island in the South Pacific.
There you go. Exactly. Well, very good, Mike. Oh, very good, Mike. Thanks for showing that. And there you go. The big trade in Pitcairn Island is their very special and very popular honey that they produce. So very cool. All right. No Newsline tonight. Newsline will resume next week. So AE5DW, Don will be with us once again with another edition. So any last minute comments, questions before we close our official net and before we go to our after net? KC6JPG, net control. Well, team, I just say that was an awesome net, and just before 9 o'clock, too. So it was terrific. So this is Roland, KC6JPG for the Amateur Television Network's The Weekly Net. We thank you very much for your participation tonight. What a full house and what a fun night it was. So great job, guys, as we count down to Dayton. That's coming up 2 weeks from this coming Saturday. I'm Roland once again, KC6JPG, saying without you, there would not be a net. The famous words of Bob, W8ARZ, who will always be in our hearts, and every silent key that's been with us throughout the get-go from the 80s to today. on the amateur television side of amateur radio. The repeaters are now returned for their normal use. See you at the after party, Afternet, on Whereby. KC6JPG, clear.